I'm going to read for you some excerpts from CIA's declassified files. Whatever you hear me say in the upcoming segment, I know me say so, and the CIA says so. Let's jump into it. This is the hot take. This week, a tweet from Erica Virtue caught my eye. She mentioned in that tweet that the CIA will be declassifying information on the CIA's involvement in Jamaica between 1976 and 1980. So, I got you. So I got some information from the CIA that's already available to us. Let's jump into it. Leading up to the December 1976 election, there was a wave of shootings and arson terrorizing the Jamaican population. It says that in 1976, there was a fire on Orange Lane. A group of 50 armed paramilitary gunmen burned a block of tenements to the ground. Survivors who attempted to escape were forced back into the flames. Documents and weapons found in JLP leaders' possession outlined a plan for a US-backed military coup before the elections. The source of this? Counter Spy, Volume 3, Number 2, December 1976. So go find it for yourself and know what happened in 1976. In 1980, there was an escalation of political violence in Jamaica. Let's look at what happened at the Eventide Home Massacre, May 19, 1980. Mercenaries burned down a home for destitute elderly women, killing over 150 aged and infirm residents. Edward Seaga, then Prime Minister, downplayed the tragedy, only expressing sympathy for JLP supporters among the dead. This, of course, sparked outrage across Jamaica, with people questioning whether JLP lives were considered more valuable than PNP lives or the lives of Jamaicans who had no political affiliation. Just 2 months later, in July of 1980, there was the Greenwich Town Massacre. At least 5 gunmen attacked homes in Greenwich Town and Kingston. They kicked down doors and opened fire, killing 7 people. A JLP campaign vehicle was involved in the operation. Between June to July 1980, there was a breakout of violence again in Jamaica. A black mercenary army was trained in Florida, specifically recruiting Vietnam War veterans. In July of 1980, there was an M16 bus shooting. 2 men appearing to be repairing a JLP Jeep opened fire on a passing bus using M16 rifles. Following Edward Seaga's visit to the United States, there was an escalation of violence. While in the United States, Seaga predicted more violence in Jamaica. Upon his return, this prediction came true, with coordinated gunfiring increasing across the country. Gangs of young men who previously had no money or resources suddenly had jobs paid $100 per week. Back then, that was a lot of money. Motor scooters, firearms, and the death toll by July 1980 had risen dramatically. By late July, over 350 people had been killed in Jamaica since the election was announced in February 1980. This sparked a burial controversy and the escalation of political violence. It took well over 2 weeks to find burial sites for the victims of the Greenwich Town Massacre. Residents in Tivoli Gardens, a JLP stronghold, threatened violence if PNP victims were buried nearby. Funerals were moved to Number 5 Cemetery, Spanish Town, where grave diggers were attacked daily, requiring police protection. Church leaders had to intervene, urging citizens to recognize that political violence must end. What was the impact and the broader implications of this? The U.S. actively supported the JLP's efforts to destabilize the country ahead of the 1980 election. Seaga's connection to the US became evident, with violence conveniently aligning with his predictions. Election-related violence reached unprecedented levels, leaving hundreds dead and intensifying political divisions in Jamaica. The psychological impact of political terror lingered, making this period one of the darkest chapters in Jamaica's modern political history.